Right, so how long we got? So, enough time. Here's the thing, financial disclaimer. Buying shares in a company, buying crypto, yes, you can lose money. You can. There has been several cases of scams. Several cases where people in very high positions have turned around and said what they're doing is safe when it wasn't. So you can lose money. So, but here's the thing. Currently, right now, as we sit, in the United Kingdom, crypto is in its infancy. It's like a newborn baby. The FCA down in London want to make sure that things go correct. So here's one thing I want to talk about. This happened in 1971. And in 1971 it was a big surprise. And this surprise has happened a few times. But this one was a big surprise for the Americans. President Nixon. Now, President Nixon took gold off. And what that meant to the Americans was this. Before 1971, the American dollar was backed by gold. So it was safe. And it was a huge change. Here in the United Kingdom, we adopted spot. And to be honest, spot took off. Spot is where you are buying a spot in a commodity. And here's the thing. Because spot took off here, we basically were the centre, the hub. And what happened on the other side of the pond in America was the dollar. Since 1971, the dollar has gone down in value. Why? Because when you're printing money, you're printing more money for whatever has happened, and the actual value of your currency has gone down. Here in the United Kingdom, as I say, we adopted a spot, and it's important. It's the same thing now in 2024. The spot market on the London Stock Exchange is very lucrative. Now, one thing I did notice when I was in the process of leaving Newcastle to come down here, there was the Dow Jones and the Nasdaq. The Dow Jones Industrial 500 companies, and the Nasdaq, well, that was your technology. And what I noticed was a certain man got into power and he wanted the American market to keep rising. And by God, it rose. It rose to record levels. The UK market, where we were still hovering around a figure which has jumped considerably since. And here's the thing. Now we have cryptocurrency here in the United Kingdom. Now, the cryptocurrency that I did wasn't to buy anything like a big mansion, to buy myself a big, huge yacht or a fleet of Lamborghinis, Ferraris, Porsches, that sort of thing. It had naught to do with that. Naught. Me personally, I would be just happy driving around in a Kia, a Ford, or something like that. Just an ordinary car. Because you don't need these supercars. You don't need to have a great big massive yacht or anything else. What I believe in is this. When I created what I did, it was jobs, work. Now, many of you have said in a few of the videos I've done on this subject how to spend lots of money. Well, not for me. I would rather do a video and show you stuff than go racing around in one of these supercars. Yeah, they're nice, but I'm just a lad from Benwell, and when I said to the Financial Conduct Authority what my plans were, and still are, Rushcliffe in Nottingham, because I live here, in Newcastle upon Tyne, because I was born there. I was brought up there. I lived there until 2019. And if you can create a job where there's nothing, isn't that a bonus? Because I think it's a bonus. And if you can create a job for a lot of people, what you got to remember is this. A token's got to be used for something. And if you're using a token to purchase land, what are you going to do with that land? Are you just going to sit there and look at that land, watch the grass grow? Or are you going to do something with that land so that thousands of people are going to come to that place? That's the difference. And that was my plan all along, was to buy the land using the tokens and then get the construction company, bring them in, and when people turn around and they say, well, how are you going to pay for all of this? Well, it's quite simple. The token pays for it. The token is sold on the open market, and when the token is sold, you can't spend the token. So what you got to do is you convert it to USDT, which is the US dollar tether, because that is bolted to the dollar. And then from the dollar, you convert it back to GBP. And then you go out and buy. So you have to do that transaction. You can't do it any other way. And that's the point. And the bigger point is this. When you've bought the land and you're speaking to construction companies, you're not just speaking to Balfour or what you're doing is you're speaking to lots of them to turn around and say, right, this is what I want. How much can you do it for? Now, because there's multiple, well, if you've got like 5 construction companies who are bidding for one, but you have more than one, you can turn around and say, right, you do that, you do that, you do that, and you do that. Simple. And there's a big thing, right, on about money laundering. Yeah? Anti-money laundering. Now, when you're doing the tokens, yeah, and you're selling them, you convert the tokens to USDT so that you are buying American dollars. And you are buying American dollars to convert back to GBP. Because if you went to a shop here in the United Kingdom with a $100 bill, you wouldn't get out. So you have to do that conversion. Yes, you're going to lose a little bit of money doing that because they want to make money too. But when you've got something which is reissued, you don't have to worry about that. And that's the point. You see, they're not all reissued. Some are. The important ones are. So that once you've sold a maximum supply, the next lot come in. So it carries on. Now, yes, you can lose money. That is very true. Think of it as like a yo-yo. You throw the yo-yo down, it hits the floor, but the momentum, it comes back up. And that's how the markets work. Yes, they do go down. Yes, there are crashes. But what you got to remember is this. Once you've bought the land itself has a value. When you got the construction company building what you designed, that too adds to the value. Then you've got your machinery. Again, machinery has a monetary value. And as I said all along to the Financial Conduct Authority, I want to engage with our universities here in the United Kingdom. It's not just about building it and then hiring people. It's about the brightest minds, because some of these ideas are quite technical, where you need a room full of people, not one person, a room full of people, and they're all being paid a wage. So think about that. Now, another part of it is this. Just saw this morning, 3 hours ago. This year, we have a general election. And we've got two big parties. One party who gets blamed for everything, even COVID. Even though there was nothing anybody could do about COVID because it was bloody invisible. You couldn't taste it, you couldn't see it. But this is how things are. Now, in this election coming up, let's hope it goes the right way. Because if it doesn't go the right way, is crypto going to be in a mess? Because the other party isn't speaking. Nothing. Which gives me the impression that they're unsure. Last point. One last point. I said years and years ago, something which did not happen because it was stamped down hard. I mean, proper stamped down hard. Mark Zuckerberg of Facebook wanted to bring out Libra coin. And the Americans didn't like that. They didn't like that because some in America, in these big institutions, turned around and said, if Libra coin comes out, the US dollar will fall. It's been falling. The US dollar has been falling since 1971. That's the honest answer. And they crushed Libra coin out of existence because they feared it. Same thing with cryptocurrency over the other side of the pond. They can't make their mind up because they fear. Why fear? Evolution happens whether you have your eyes open or whether they're shut. It still happens. And here, as I said at the beginning, in 1971, Nixon took gold off the standard. So the American dollar wasn't backed anymore by gold. But here in the United Kingdom, we designed spot. And that's important. Anyway, I hope you found this entertaining and educational. Reason why is this: 9 assets. 9. That's what I want to launch. And if I get the 9, beautiful. Jobs. I will just stay as a founder. That's it. Because the other people will hold the other roles. I'll just remain as founder. But anyway, what I wanted to share with you is this. Markets and the world changes all the time. We just got to be ready for it and wake up to it. Embrace it. And in this general election year, hopefully we make the right choice. Hopefully. Because if we don't make the right choice, the UK goes backwards. And that wouldn't be very good. So I hope you liked my video. Give me a thumbs up. And let's hope in the next few weeks NBV Business Solutions can find me the right person so we can get things done. Thanks very much.